And we're back, but this time in the studio and not outside because I didn't forget my keys this time. And now we can go into a lot more details. It's going to be kind of a summary from what we did in the last update, with some more information, particularly about the spring replacements. So let's summarize the previous update a bit more. First, Wooting 60HE's finished production. So nice, really happy, still really happy about it. Was really clenching a bit, you know, maybe they're going to come with a message that something is wrong or something goes wrong with a forwarder or something like that, but nope, forwarder picked up all the stuff. It's all on the way to the warehouses. I expect that air freight is going to arrive and ship around the 20th of June, and that ocean freight is going to arrive and ship around the 15th of July. Now obviously these are still estimates. As we get closer to the dates, I'll post more updates on the Discord stock update channel, so keep an eye on that one. If there's anything huge or very important, there will be another update here, but otherwise keep that channel in sight. Now, what do you need to do before we even start shipments is go to the Wooting Hub, double check your order shipping address. Now, in the Wooting Hub, you can see your order, then you can go into the order and see your shipping address. You can even edit the address right there, make sure that the formatting is good, there's no spelling mistakes, and that the address has no issues. If you moved, change the address to your new address. If you're not sure if you'll be at home at that time or around that period, change it to a friend, neighbor, whatever, somebody else, right? If you can't edit the order or you want us to put the shipment on pause until you give a go, contact customer service social@wooting.io. Mark will help you, will be happy to help you with any problem you might have. Just ask it there. Now, when you're in the Wooting Hub and looking at your order anyway, you'll notice this blue big square thing there, which is the upgrades. So we implemented a new thing into the system, which is order upgrades. It works together with our store, and basically you can add items yourself to your order before it ships. Now, what can you add? You can add keycaps, wrist rest, but also the travel case, right? And the replacement springs. Now, first, the travel case here, I covered it a little bit last time, but to give a bit more details and background about the travel case, we originally planned to make this a sleeve, and it was part of the Founders Edition and up from the campaign. We were not planning to make it a product, but as we were going through the development, we found out, wow, actually a case is much nicer, and why don't we do it as a standalone product as well, since we made the case anyway. It has higher cost than we anticipated when we did the development, and that's why we decided, okay, doesn't matter, because we're also going to make it a standalone product, and the founders can just enjoy a much better product than a sleeve. So this case also available as an upgrade. You can check it here with the keyboard inside, with the Velcros and everything. It's very nice. Then we also have a new upgrade available, which is the Lekker Switch Replacement Springs Linear 50. Now, why linear 50? It indicates the weight you can expect and the force graph you can expect. It is a lighter spring than the stock Lekker switches. So if you look at this graph here, you can see in the mint green color, which we like to call Whiffany color, the 40 up till 60 gram force. This is the original stock switch that you get, the Lekker switch. And then these spring replacements here, indicated with the yellow color, goes from 30 gram force up to 50 gram force, which is about 16% lighter. There's no better spring weight, it's more about personal preference. The Lekker switch is not necessarily heavy. The new springs you could consider on the lighter side, but again, it comes down to personal preference. Now, these are only replacement springs, and you'll get about 120 pieces of them. You can't magically replace the springs on the switches. You'll need some tools. Now, starting off with, you'll need to take out the switch, you need to be able to open the switch, and then you can replace the spring, close the switch, put it back in. Now, these tools, we will make them available. We have a tool set in the making, which will include a switch puller, switch opener, a IC puller, I'll get back to in a moment, and 2 brushes. Now, you need the pullers for the springs, but our thinking was, hey, if you're going to open up the switch anyway, why not lubricate it as well? So we're also going to make a lubrication kit available, which will just have 2 lubes inside. Now, one lubricant is the Molykote EM50L, which is for the stabilizer wires, and the other one is the popular Krytox 205G0, which is for the switches. Now, you'd probably want the lubricate. Now, the thing is, we've lubricated those stabilizers pretty well on the 6HE. I'm sure you're not going to need to use it, but the switches, if you do some manual lubrication on it with the Krytox, you'll notice a big difference in smoothness and in sound signature. It is quite a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. I've done it with 2 keyboards right now because I lost one in the train and I had to do another one. But I am thoroughly enjoying both the spring replacements with the lubricating of the switches. Now, obviously, you can use the same lube for other keyboards, or if you have a Wooting 1 or 2 FlareTech keyboard still, you can lubricate those as well. It will make a huge difference in feel and in sound. Definitely recommended. Now, in general, it's a nice kit to have at home for keyboard maintenance, or again, to apply it for other keyboards. You might want to reapply it also on some keyboards, so it's always good to have it. It's going to be available around July, the start of July. We're still working on the set. It's not complete yet. We're late with it. We didn't make the deadline. So, all right. So, summarizing one more time. Wooting 6HE's completed production. So double check your shipping address in the Wooting Hub. Then take a look if you want to add some order upgrades. And then on our side, we still have a bunch of stuff that we need to do before you receive your keyboard, such as the updating the Wooting Double Movement app, releasing the new utility version, which is in alpha right now. We have a bunch of quick start stuff, some intro videos for people to get started faster, and a bunch of other small things, also including logistics and shipping. And oh my gosh, there's going to be so much stuff coming together that we don't even realize. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm even more looking forward to for you receiving your keyboard. And then in the next update, we can talk about how, can I say that word? Ducking awesome it is. So see you in the next update.